I've been building out the mining farm recently, and today I want to go over what miners I've got running, how things are going so far, and kind of where I'm heading next. My name is Vosk. You're on the Voskcoin YouTube channel, full-time crypto miner, and I also enjoy making some videos here on the tube. I'm super stoked for my next evergreen miner. I already have one. It was originally making 60 bucks a month, and now it's making more like $80 a month. This is a hard drive miner. Most of the mining rigs I'm going to talk about today are ASIC miners, but what's pretty cool is they've got their different kits ranging from $300 to basically $2,800. And the bigger you go, the more you earn. They are small, don't use much electricity, they don't make much heat, they don't make much noise. It's a dream as far as miner deployment goes. So I'm very excited to get that second one in. Gonna rush to set it up. But I have my first starter kit pro deployed. It's been a great experience. And also I've got a link out down to them in the video description below. Don't forget to punch in the code Voskcoin to save more money than you can with any other code they offer. Moving on to Bitcoin mining. I have 5 Bitcoin miners online right now. I have a few more than that, but some of them are just absolute energy hogs. I'm not sure if it's really going to be worth it for me to deploy them, especially with the current rate of all of these coins. So my 24-hour earnings are not really entirely accurate here, and we do see some blips here, and I will attribute this to Starlink. I only have a limited data set here, and these kind of drawbacks over not having internet are not all that bad. But make sure to watch some of our recent mining farm updates on the Starlink and the initial setup. And my Starlink deployment is not ideal yet. Right now I've got my Bitcoin miners on viabtc. I've got a link down below that'll save you on your mining fees. I'm not trying to keep talking about links out below and all that stuff, but hey, there it is. So I've got these 5 miners. My 95 terahash a second S19 version has been giving me some issues, but after a couple restarts, got it running and it's getting the job done. For now, I need to label these things a little bit more properly than just S19J Pro left. Here I am, always making fun of Bitmain and the way that they name their different Antminers, which this is a Bitmain Antminer S19. It's a Bitcoin miner, mines Bitcoin obviously on the SHA-256 mining algorithm. And oh my gosh, they have so many freaking versions. My electricity rate is coming in between 10 and 12 cents per kilowatt hour. And I'm still working with my electric company to try to get a better rate. But as it stands, I'm pretty much treading water mining Bitcoin. But I think Bitcoin is significantly down from its future hopeful new all-time high, so I'm fine to let these things eat, let them cook, let them go, let's go. So I've got those deployed, and to my first initial Bitcoin mining goal, I'm halfway to my first Bitcoin mining goal, which is 1 petahash. 1000 terahash or T per second, which is like mining horsepower, is 1 petahash. Moving forward, I've got a lot of miners and they're a little bit scattered. I need to get this stuff organized. My goal so far has just been deploy, get these things up and operational. This is a CKB Nervos Network miner. Specifically, this is the Ivy Link BMN3. My daily hash rate on this is 24 terahash a second. Got a pretty high reject rate, which I've had a pretty good experience with dxpool. Actually, just like the viabtc thing, we've got a link down below that will save you on your mining fees when you sign up. But it's something to seriously consider. This ain't no hobby anymore. I got to get my reject rates down. And whether that's a better Starlink deployment or even moving to a different internet option eventually or a different mining pool, rejection rates, right? If I'm losing 2.5%, I'm losing 2.5% of my profits. That's not good. So I've got this deployed, and it's mining about 3,000 coins a day or so. did have an outage on it. It went down. I'm not exactly sure why. The coins per day have also been getting absolutely pounded and decreased. Is this due to an unstable deployment? I mean, these are some very high reject values here. Or is it because the new Bitmain Antminer K7, which is the new standard, best, highest efficiency Nervos Network CKB miner, out eating into all these profits big time? I meant to say when I was talking about Bitcoin, you look at the Bitcoin per day mined last 24 hours. It's not fully up to date, but as it stands, $25 of Bitcoin in the bag there, and that is going up. Market kind of been treading water recently for a lot of cryptocurrencies. CKB has actually been moving upward consistently, still up 50% in the last 30 days, and even just in the last 14 days up 15%, which I'm about it. Mining 3,100 coins brings me to about $12 a day I'm earning just with that one CKB miner, the IB Link BMN3, which again is an ASIC miner, an application-specific integrated circuit miner, custom computer, purpose-built machine. In this case, it's specifically mining the Eagle Song mining algorithm, which is CKB. I'm also mining CKB with the Goldshell CK Box Pro. I've got two of them. They're hashing away on this account. See, I got one online and a two online. They've been rolling pretty smoothly. They're also maintaining a much better reject rate. So that's interesting. That's good to see. But these are on my home internet here at my house, not deployed on Starlink. So that's a good note for the mining pool. And it's kind of a knock against Starlink potentially. Again, I need to really, continue to dig through this data. These two box miners are pulling in 1,700 CKB a day. And so that translates to about $6. After I pay the electric bill, I'm not earning too much, but I'm earning more than I burn, and that means without a doubt, we keep running that gear. Then I've got some Kadena miners deployed. I've got the KD Box Pro 2, 2% reject rate on that one. KD Box Pro 2, different one, 8% reject rate on that one. These are both on Wi-Fi though. And then I've got even more in my F2 pool Kadena account, which we see much lower reject rates here for these. All of them are on Starlink. Maybe I'm dealing with a Wi-Fi issue. And I guess my KD box that was on Wi-Fi just went down because it's just see you later. But I'll run through these and I'll recap them, right? So I got the Goldshell KD Max, Goldshell KD Lite. These are two bigger ASIC miners. And then I've got two KD boxes here, a normal KD box, a KD Box Pro, specifically the Kadena Mining Club version there. And I've also got two Goldshell KD Box Pros over here. And I think that one of them is just offline. Actually, maybe not. I've got numerous sub accounts here on dxpool. So I've got a KD Box Pro on my Voskcoin 3, and I've got another KD Box Pro on, I think that's the KD Box Pro 2 technically. That's confusing because at one point I had two KD Box Pros and I called it KD Box Pro and KD Box 2, and then they came out with the Goldshell KD Box 2 Pro 2. It's just all these naming conventions will just send your head in a spin. But basically I have a lot of different Goldshell Kadena ASIC miners, and they're working hard, even though there's a big bad Bitmain Kadena ASIC miner on the horizon, the KA3, which I'm still waiting to get in. But look, I mean, this thing will make 41 bucks a day after a 12 cent per kilowatt hour electric bill. I've got that in the pipeline. I've got the Bitmain Antminer K7 in the pipeline, which earns 40 bucks a day after the electric bill currently. I also have the Bitmain Antminer HS3, a Handshake HNS ASIC miner in the pipeline, earning $8.66 after the electric bill in the pipeline. I have an Antminer L7 in the pipeline. I've got some serious stuff in the works, but it's not here yet. Also keep in mind the KA3, the K7, and the HS3, their mining profitability, if you're about to grab one, is likely to decrease a fair amount here in the near future because, well, these big Bitmain batches are hitting. And when you get a jump in efficiency, which is exactly what's happening here, the hash rate is going to go up. Historically, that's just kind of what happens, right? And so when that happens, more people are mining the same pie. You're going to mine less coins, you're going to earn less money. And that's clearly noted by the earnings per 1 terahash here in this chart. You can see that's consistently going down. So until Kadena or the other cryptocurrencies mined here hit a serious pump, it's not really going to compensate for that. What's interesting about Nervos Network CKB is that it's still down from its hash rate all-time high historically. If this chart would load for me so I can show you. Come on, child. Hiya!
One eternity later.
Mining pool stat stream isn't working for me, so I clicked over to 2 miners, and we can see here that the historical all-time high hash rate is much higher. But notice these jumps. Is that the first batch at Bitmain HQ going online? I don't necessarily think so. That could just be the fact that in that time frame CKB went up pretty significantly. But this right here, my friends, these are these new miners coming online, and this is quickly going to go up to here, and I firmly believe they're going to hit a new all-time high. I hope that the price continues to appreciate in the short and absolutely long term to help compensate miners for this. As always, we will see. Time reveals all. So it's pretty much the same thing for CKB on this note, as well as Kadena and also Handshake HNS. So you want to go grab one, you go to Bitmain. They consistently are out of stock. If you watch the forum, people have been talking about these coming in and out of stock, and as well as our Discord server. So join there and hang out if you're looking to jump on it. You can also subscribe for updates and get an email notification when that happens. Coin Mining Central helps us source so many of our miners. Huge shout out to them for just helping me get miners in a timely fashion. These things are hard to source, especially if you're like busy and live a life and have a job, obligations, family, whatever else, fun and hobbies, right? So we've got a link out to them and a discount code that will save you some serious cash on your orders. They have the HS3, they have the KA3, and they have the K7 all in stock and ready to order with an ETA of soon as far as their batches go. Also, if you have used Coin Mining Central, I would love to hear from you in a thread on Voskcoin Talk. Review your experience, good or bad. All I want is honest feedback on them, because I always have a good experience, but my point of view may not match yours. And I want to know what the community feels at large about them. If it's great, awesome. If it's bad, I don't want to work with them anymore. So I'm very excited to be mining some more Handshake. I talked about this the other day, which you better subscribe if you haven't already. But largely because Handshake is ranked 834. It's a $15 million coin. A $15 million coin getting miner releases of this magnitude from multiple companies is pretty interesting. So if they can buckle down, get serious, and really get some success, I'm very excited to see where this can go. They're down 97% from their all-time high in May 2021, but they're up 41% from their all-time low just 3 months ago. Up 22% in the last 30 days, but down 11 in the last 24 hours. They may sink, and this may not work out all that well, and maybe these ASIC miners will mine a bunch of coins and dump this coin to hell. I don't know, but I want a couple miners, and I'm gonna hodl those coins, and well, that's me placing my bets accordingly. Because I'm confident, or hopeful I should say, of their good future as far as price appreciation goes and hopeful development and all that, I'm running the Goldshell HS Lite that I already have. My 24-hour hash rate on it is 1.35 terahash a second. Okay, so to put that into perspective, right, the HS3, the new, more powerful one, is using twice the electricity and 8 times more powerful, in an absolute league of its own. And these miners, they mine Handshake. And Handshake is an offshoot algorithm. This is really just good for mining HS3. There could be possible Coin support with this miner in the future, but Coin is pretty much dead in the water. Even though it's still profitable to mine right now with the right miner, that's a coin that I'm not really hodling. I decided to activate my Ethereum Classic miners, and I'm going to work on getting them switched over to basically merge mining Ethereum Classic or ETH, which is like the ETH POW thing, as well as ZIL, because that has led to more mining profitability. So I've got the Jasminer X4 hooked back up, and I just have it on ETH right now. And I also have the Jasminer, which is really just their initial server rack, I think 1U they called it, version. So I've got that hooked up on ETC, and I also am going to work with Forest Miner to update the firmware to their latest version. And by updating my Forest Miner to the latest version that they have, I'm hopeful that I'll be actually pulling about $12 a day after I pay the electric bill, which will make it one of my more profitable mining rigs. But Bitmain just released a new E9 Pro, a more powerful Ethereum miner, which is in the same category as this, which I'm sure is here to be targeting that same ZIL, ETH, and just they're looking to eat in this ETH hash coin ecosystem. Kind of struggling to get my words out here, but my point is I'd be very cautious grabbing one of those right now. But it's interesting, and I'm gonna especially pursue it because I already have the gear. It's just hasn't been on because it hasn't been profitable to run until that change became available. I've got some mini Doge miners and some mini Doge Pro miners. Some of them are hooked up on Ethernet, running fine. Some of them are on Wi-Fi. And at my current Wi-Fi setup, not doing all that well. I don't really understand why, because I've got a mesh network and it's really pissing me off. But you know, at the end of the day, it's always better to be mining with Ethernet than other things. So that's the crash course, just run through of everything I've got going on. I don't have a dollar sum amount. I just really wanted to recap what I'm doing, where I need to get these things organized. I need to get them properly labeled. I need to get them all under the same mining account so I can just set up email notifications and also in-app notifications, because most of these mining pool sites have apps now. Just a lot of housework, busy work, tidying up that I need to take care of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. For whatever it's worth, it's real world mining data, profitability, or just me on this crazy crypto journey. If you liked it at all, please subscribe, stick around, hit the thumbs up, and share the video. And if you're on the fence about mining, absolutely do it. But start small, just grab a little box miner or something similar, or like one of the Chia miners, the evergreen miners, and do a little pilot, proof of concept. See if you like it, see if it's fun, see if the noise and the heat and whatever else doesn't bother you. Work through the kinks, and then consider something more serious and more expensive. It's not financial advice. You do whatever you want to do. The only advice I'm going to give you is this: smash that subscribe button. Oh, and you thought I forgot. Can't believe you thought I forgot. 10 seconds of Tails, the cutest pup in the world, the resident Dogecoin at the Voskcoin YouTube channel, and the CAO, the Chief Advice Officer. See you on the next one.